Friends, we have all come here to be light at heart, to feel free always, to be peaceful, to be slim, to be smart, to be dynamic, to be young, to be healthy, to be peaceful. What is it that we have to do to become a yogi? Hitherto we have not been yogis. Now we want to become yogic. What is the difference? A non-yogic and yogic life. To know the difference, we should know the constitution of the human structure. Let us keep God in the background for some time. I don't think you have seen, I don't think I have seen. Those who believe in the existence of God are called theists. Those who do not believe in the existence of God are called atheists. I do not know. Does he exist? I don't know. Does he not exist? I do not know. Such people are called agnostics. A-G-N-O-S-T-I-C-S. Swami Vivekananda initially was an agnostic. He was neither a theist nor an atheist. So also, many people are agnostics. If we believe, it is because we have a desire. If we believe, it is because we are afraid. When the fear and desire are removed, we may not be in a position to pray to God. Most people go to God, the unseen, invisible deity somewhere in the heavens, somewhere in the skies, somewhere above, simply because we are propelled by the desires inside, prompted by the fears inside. If there is no fear and if there is no desire, what is the need for God? Most people. Therefore, let us not go to that part of divinity, Godhood. The known things are only three. We know that there is a body. We cannot deny it. I have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a structure, an abdomen, feet, fingers. This is the human structure. I am able to see it. Body. And then there is something which prompts this body to work. It makes me go to the dining hall. It asks me to go to the prayer hall. It asks me to look at girls. It asks me to go away from darkness. There is something inside where I do not know. Is it in the head? I do not know. Is it in the foot? I do not know. Mind is present all over the body. When there is pain in the foot, who feels the pain? It is the mind. When I enjoy rasgulla, who is it that is enjoying the sweetness of the rasgulla? Is it the tongue or is it the mind with the tongue? There is something in this body which is the component called mind. This mind, don't look that side, don't eat this, don't do that. Somebody is dictating terms to this mind, and that is called intellect. Body we know, mind we know, intellect we know. God we do not know. BMI. The formula of the human structure is body, mind and intellect. In these three, the middle one is most powerful, mind. It is mysterious. Where it exists, we are unable to locate. It is present all over the body. Without the mind, intellect does not work. Without the mind, the body also does not work. The body has 5 senses: the sense of feeling, the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of seeing. All the 5 senses are functioning because of the existence of mind. I am sleeping. A flower is brought and it is kept near the nose. Do I feel the fragrance while sleeping? No. Some soft hand comes and touches my body. Do I feel the softness of the other person? No. Somebody brings a little rasgulla and keeps it near the lips. Do I feel the sweetness? No. The 5 senses of the body are functioning because of the existence of the body, because of the existence of the mind. Similarly, this buddhi, this intellect is working because of the mind when it is wakeful. In sleep, mind is sleeping. There is no discrimination. There is no vichakshana jnana. What is this mind? If only we are capable of analyzing the mind, half the subject is over. More than half the subject we understand. There are the 5 senses and the body, one part, and the antahkarana, technically it is called manasu, buddhi, chittam, ahankara. These 4 are called antahkarana. Karana is the doer. Antaha means inside. The 4 things inside which work. What are these 4 things? Whole thing is called mind. I give the example of the samudra. The sea is a body of water. Next, it is bluish. Next, it has the waves. Next, any foreign body will be thrown away by the samudra. If there is a person drowning in the water, when the fellow is dead, the dead body will not be received by the sea, it will throw it out. Any foreign body will be thrown out. And it does not allow the waves to go beyond a particular limit. It will pull back the waves. It is the control. That controlling part of the sea, that controlling part which does not allow the waves to go beyond a particular limit is buddhi. And the foreign bodies are thrown out. That is the buddhi control. Constantly there are waves. The mind is never quiet. Mentation, thought process, feeling process, wave after wave after wave, they will be coming and going back, they will be springing and they will be withdrawn. This is mentation. And finally, the water is bluish. This bluish water, when taken out into the hand, is white. When it is in the sea, it is bluish. When you take it out of the sea, it is white in color. This bluishness is ahankara. When do we feel that ego? When the mind is a part of the body. When do we feel that ego? When the brain is associated with the body. Body is full of water. The body of the sea is the huge body of water. Samudram is manas. In this samudram, in this sea, you have the waves. There are the waves of thoughts, meditation, chittam. This chittam is to be controlled according to Patanjali. Next, whatever may be the movement of the waves, chittam, beyond a particular limit it won't allow. All the thoughts are concerned about me. For example, I am dreaming. Dreams are within the subconscious state of the mind. I dream myself with a girl. I am present in the dream. In the dream, I drink water. I am drinking water. In the dream, I am dead. I am present in the dream. There cannot be a dream without me. There cannot be a thought without me meditation. I am the dreamer. I am the thinker. I am the feeler. I am present. That bluishness. Take it out of the body, separate it from the body, then it is white. That feeling of self-centeredness, that feeling of egocentric nature, body-bound nature is called aham. The general name is manas, samudram or sea. This mind works with the body, this mind works with the thoughts, this mind works as the intellect. That's why mind has no existence of its own. It has three places. One is chittam, thought waves. Another is the controlling intellect. At another is body-bound mind, wherein we have the senses. This mind sometimes changes its names. Number one, mind feels. Is it the mind that is feeling or is it the heart that is feeling? I see Tamil films, I see English films, I see Hindi films, Telugu films, Malayali films. In all the films, all over the world, when the hero looks at the girl, a beautiful girl, when he falls in love with the girl, he takes the right hand, places it on the left part of his chest, where the heart is supposed to have been located, and he takes out the hand, I love you. Love is a feeling. Where do you feel the love? In the heart. There are people who say mind is the seat of feelings. True. That mind, when it feels, it is associated with the heart. Similarly, we are all seated here in Mangal Mandir. We are all listening to a talk. Suddenly, there is the sound of a huge thunder. There is the sound of a bomb blast elsewhere. That sound comes to us. Immediately we feel the impact here. The heart bounces up. There is a sudden jumping of the heart. Fear is felt here. Love is also felt here. When the mind has the feelings, it is called heart. The same mind, when it controls, no, it is only a thunder, why are you afraid? Keep quiet. There is somebody telling. And that somebody is also a part of the mind. When the mind is controlling the fears, When the mind is controlling the feelings, when the mind is controlling the desires, it is called intellect. When the mind is associated with the five senses, it is the body. The tongue longs for rasgulla. The nose craves for a rose flower. The body jumps for a soft touch. And the ears have a craving for more melodious voice, musical song. The pleasure is sought by the body. The pleasures, opposite of pleasure is pain. Pleasures are felt by the senses. The pleasure of eating rasgulla is felt by the tongue. The pleasure of listening to the music is felt by the ear. The pleasure of rose fragrance is felt by the nose when the mind is associated. Similarly, there is the foul smell. The pain of the foul smell is felt by the nose. The hard surface, prickly surface, thorny surface, the pain of touch is felt by the skin when the mind is associated. Everywhere the mind feels along with the senses. Two things it feels. One is pleasure, the other is pain. When we are in deep sleep, neither the pleasure of the senses nor the pain of the senses is felt. The same thing can we experience when we are awake. I don't feel the pleasure of rasgulla when I am asleep, deep sleep. When I am wakeful also, do I not feel or do I feel? If I can remain neutral, I am a yogi. Very simple. I feel the foul smell. I feel the fragrant smell. Both I do not feel when I am asleep. Mind is absent. When I am wakeful, when the mind is present, am I able to be neutral? Raga, dvesha. Sukham, dukkham. Kashtam, sukham. Kashtam is that pain. Sukham is that comfort. We do not feel both of them when we are sleeping. The dead body does not feel. The deeply sleeping man does not feel. Then I am awake. When my mind is present. If I can withdraw the mind from the senses, that's what Ramana Maharshi did. That's what Sri Ramakrishna did. That's what Adi Shankara did. When you are able to withdraw the mind, the example is that of a tortoise. Tortoise lives long. Tortoise is capable of withdrawing its limbs. That's two special natures. It lives long because it breathes very slowly. It breathes out very slowly. The slow nature is yogic nature. Prasamana, manah prashamana. Slowly we withdraw, slowly we project. The tortoise has the 5 limbs. When there is a danger, it withdraws from the danger. And it has a powerful back by sitting erect, by walking straight, by looking straight, we develop that firmness, strength, and we will be in a position to face both the fears and the dangers when we are strong. That is tortoise. Similarly, the mind must be withdrawn from the senses. When the mind is withdrawn, we don't feel the pains, we don't feel the pleasures. We don't feel the kashta, we don't feel the sukha. We don't have the raga, we don't have the dvesha. in Sthita Prajna Lakshanas of Sankhya Yoga, we find Raga Dvesha Rahita. There is no longing for anything, there is no repulsion from anything. There is absolutely no attachment, no moha, no maya, no bhranti, no brahma. So the practice here is, how are we to keep ourselves awake, vibrantly awake, strongly awake, controlling the mind from the senses? How is it possible? There are 3 ways. 1, concentration. When you are looking at the TV with all concentration, even if somebody enters into the room, the sound is not heard by the ear. Full concentration. When I am reading a novel, I don't feel the taste of coffee. I am absorbed in it. That is concentration. Then the second one is sublimation. The sublimation is my mind is withdrawn because it is otherwise engaged in dreaming. It has gone to Lord Krishna. And Krishna in Vrindavan. By his side is Radha. I am looking at him. His peacock feathers, his bow-like eyebrows, his lotus-like eyes, his Sambhangapar-like nose, his bluish color, his ruby-like lips. I am just dreaming. My senses are sublimated. I feel the touch of Krishna. I feel the fragrance of that Parijata Pushpa. I feel the sight of that Shamantaka Mani. I feel the softness of his hand. All the 5 senses have been directed towards that live Krishna, live Radha. Here I am concentrating my mind to look at the TV. I am concentrating my mind to read the book. I am concentrating on some object. Here, that concentration is done with the sublimation, raising the senses, taking the senses away to a higher level of sweetness, not a bhoga. It is a level within the mind. You are able to imagine. The dreamers are not in this world. Poets are not in this world. They go to a higher realm. Bhakti Yoga is to take the mind from the world to beyond the world. From the practical things to the dreamy things, to the imaginary things. Poets and the lovers live in their own world, devotees. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was in Dakshineshwar, but his mind was elsewhere. On Mahashivaratri day, in his village, there was a party to play Shiva Leela drama. The drama would commence at 10 o'clock in the night. It would end at 5 o'clock in the morning. Throughout the night, they keep the bodies, minds awake to elevate themselves to the ethereal heights. The drama troupe producer, director was available. There was a particular person who was to play the role of Shiva. And that man was heavily drunk. He was sleeping. The drama cannot go on without a person to play the role of Lord Shiva. The producer-director found Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as a fitting person to play the role of Lord Shiva. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was already in Shiva consciousness. He was brought. The whole body was being besmeared with the sacred ash vibhuti. And this touch made him feel the touch of Lord Shiva. And the worldly things, a snake was brought and put round his neck. He was feeling the Naga Bhushana in his mind. An artificial third eye was placed on his forehead. He was able to enjoy that Trinetradhari Lord Shiva. The crescent was brought and placed on his head. His mind was getting sublimated. It was becoming divine. It was becoming noble. It was being taken to a higher level. Bhakti Yoga is to sublimate the mind. When the mind is sublimated, when the mind is withdrawn from the world, when the mind is taken beyond the world, the body is forgotten, body is also elevated. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was such a wonderful example. He was in Shiva consciousness. His body was in the world. He was able to visualize Lord Shiva. He was able to see Lord Shiva in meditation on the Mount Kailas. He was absorbed in that state of Shiva consciousness. He was not able to speak anything worldly. The drama troupe they were all surprised. The audiences were waiting. It was their duty now to bring Ramakrishna to the worldly consciousness. Therefore, they all were standing in front, around him. They all said, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Right from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock, the entire gathering was elevated to the Shiva consciousness. A yogi is capable of elevating everybody to a higher level. Chaitanya Prabhu, when he was doing that Radha Krishna bhajan, there used to be a sense sublimation around in everybody. A yogi of bhakti elevates himself, sublimates himself, divinizes himself, and the entire environment will be purified. The entire environment will be elevated. Coming to the point, when we have the body, mind and intellect, body works, its senses work only when the mind is with them. The intellect works jnana marga when the mind is associated with the intellect. Withdraw the mind from the intellect. Withdraw the mind from the body. Sublimate it. Divinize it. Elevate it. Place it in front of Lord Krishna. Imaginary. Are we not imagining? Before going to the girlfriend, we do live in the imagination that the girlfriend will wear this particular saree, she will say these dialogues, she will be smiling, she will be inviting. Part of our life is imaginary. Prior to going to the dining hall, we imagine today's puri or idli or dosha. Before marrying, we imagine the personality of the husband. Before going to Delhi, we imagine what is going to happen in Delhi. Our minds are accustomed to imagination. That imagination direction is to be changed to divinity, to the world of then and there, to the ethereal heights. When the mind is thus purified and elevated, it is called Bhakti Yoga. When the mind is totally controlled and shown the truth of reality, it is Jnana Yoga. And when it is working with the senses for the welfare of others, it is Karma Yoga. That very determination to control the mind is Raja Yoga. And surrender that mind at the feet of the Almighty. Take it as you like. That is Prabhati Yoga. Ultimately, we have to deal with that mysterious mind having come to Prashanti, let us deal with the mind. Mind is akin to Samudra, the sea. The bluishness is our Ahankara. Take it out, that Aham. When it is taken out and placed before the God, it becomes white, it loses its bluishness. The same thing, it has the total control over the mentation. Let it go into the world of imagination. Let it have its own waves, divinized waves, sublimated waves, and then it will be very, very sweet. It will be eternal. It will be everlasting. It will be for the welfare of everybody. Sublimation of senses, sublimation of mind is Bhakti Yoga. Let us go to our Ishta Devata with devotion. Feel the presence of your dear God in front of your inward eye.
Shant,